Maybe to get back.
Okay, the recording started. You can continue to recap.
Despite only being 13%.
Wait a minute.
I'm here. I'm just muted.
Okay, well,
How dare
unmute. I need to hear your beautiful voice. Okay, fine then. I'll stab you in the toe with a toothpick. Alright.
Oh, my toesies.
Talking. You found out a majority of what you need to know. And now, hopefully you can remember it all. Because I'm going to make you tell Sillerin all you got out of those people.
Fuck, hold on.
Okay, fine. If you don't remember, it's okay.
Alright, I got it.
No, you don't.
I literally was
I've
about
got
to
a
start writing it all
significant
down by the
chunk
time
of
you
it,
said
but
something.
not all of it.
Well,
Remember.
take your time.
Okay, let's see. I'm trying to remember who told who what. You know what? I'll just kind of go with a recap here.
You'll have all got together and told each other what you know, so you'll have the same information.
Okay.
All right.
You have the same information. What you can piece together that's important.
So what we know so far...
Some gentleman with the fancy armor may be a culprit. But also that gentleman named Jin might be involved somehow. You know Jin was the gentleman from the arena with the very big curvy sword who is currently ranked as a titanium. But a relatively new titanium compared to everyone else. You know that he was talking to their instructor. And instructor is kind of sort of all together. They're all right, mostly.
As alright as one can be.
With a head wound.
This is the wrong folder.
Actually, no, I don't think Noro and Kevin ever got around to talking to him. That's who we're going to do next.
It's less got around to it, more kind of forgot that he existed.
Okay.
At least on my part.
Noro's very persuasive. Man's got really good charisma. Oh,
So...
talked his way into it.
Let's see.
Yes.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
here.
Eat the phone. Fion.
He's the
Oh.
How do
Ah,
I
yes.
sound?
Fine.
You sound wonderful, friend. Great quality.
Hey.
Coming in clear and loud.
Yay! Because I got some new wireless earbuds.
Woo! Let's celebrate. Here, let's do shots. Bend over. I'm going to use your butt as a cup holder. Okay.
Okay.
Make sure the cup is super cold first.
Yes.
There's a lot of
Oh, you!
substance over
Can you chill this beer for me?
But I am going to be on push to talk because I just got out of the grocery store, so now I got to head home.
Did you get some Takis?
I did not get toxins.
Go
What
back
about additional what?
and get
I just had to
Takis.
get a couple gallons of milk.
Boneless chicken.
I picked up some sodas.
All right.
No, you're going back and you're getting Takis.
Anyway.
Okay. Kevin and Noro, you will have. I'll give you a break and say that Noro managed to help convince them because the man is extremely charismatic.
Why do you think Kevin sticks around with him? Aside from the fact that he's an absolutely awesome human absolutely awesome human being.
Yeah. When he was younger, somebody picks on Kevin. Hey, you make fun of my brother? He's a Vipera. My mom had an active social life, asshole. You got a problem with him, you got a problem with me. And if you got a problem with me, you've got a problem with that adult over there. Is that your dad? No, but he's a good citizen, so he'll kick your ass.
He's a good Samaritan.
I'm just...
Okay, real quick, this is still related. Did you ever watch that video from Shanders Wildlife of that one very slow to bite green anaconda?
The one that took its sweet ass time just...
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That would be Kevin trying to get a sneak bite on somebody. Just I'm gonna do it.
But yeah, that's basically Noro. That's what he tells everybody when they ask how his brother is Kevin. He just, well, my mother had a very active social life. Thank you. She loved everyone. That's what mattered.
It'd be different every time someone asks
Talk
Kevin.
shit about his mom, you go,
Yeah.
"You're it."
Yeah, every time you ask, it'd be different. Like, how? But he was an orphan that we took in. You fucking asshole. But wow. It's like, he's my adopted brother because I had a real bad problem with drinking. Thanks for making me want to relapse, and just leaves. It just because Noro can do that. He can be extremely fucking petty to people. He's a mage. Kind of what they do.
And extremely petty to Kevin.
He can be very petty to Kevin. He can be so petty that he breaks his heater so it only blows cold air. Petty.
Y'all hear my car in the background?
Okie dokie. So you've got
Oh,
that
it's like
relevant
a-
information. Hello, relevant information together. Now the adults and the children can talk to the people about it. And this will be like your last. Let's see, you got about 13 hours left in a day. And then you'll have to be going.
Yeah, gotta leave the
They're
next day.
long. They're long days, but they're used to them. I don't know why it's so hard for somebody to stay up for more than 24 hours. I do it all the time.
Not everyone is normal or not normal. I don't know why I said I say
Excuse
normal.
me. It's not. I'm not normal. I am just the Ubermensch. Yeah.
Nein.
Ja, mein Freunde. I am das
Ja.
Ubermensch.
Oh, fucking.
Fucking German that I remember right off the top of my head is like Liebe ist für alle da. Liebe ist für alle da. Technically, yeah. Oh, that's an album.
Yeah, it has good songs in it.
Very good songs. It has Weidmann's Hail. Amongst other things, Du hast, ich will er wie.
Need to get you some Luftballoons.
99 6 Luftballons. Sorry, fucking, I used to jam the Nena all the time.
Good songs.
The one that comes to mind for me is Omnibus. Ich fahr Omnibus.
Icebreaker was a good band that I used to listen to.
Oh, Icebreaker's awesome.
Rock Me Amadeus is one of my favorites that they did. Amadeus.
Anyway.
Amadeus. How the fuck does just saying the word Amadeus be so catchy?
German.
Same way that saying the word omnibus over and over is get you. Who knows? Anyway,
Well, then again, okay. Before this will be nobody else is saying anything. I'm just saying this. I will always refer to simple words that can be extremely catchy. The old commercial, boots and pants and boots and pants. All right. Boots and
the
Imagine this. Boots and cats.
I'm gonna have to find that.
Okay. So let's see. It looks like Beatrice and Sin will be the first to, I guess, be done talking. Then Duh! And Faraji, and then Naibai and Mob.
Yes, I do have some notes here.
But notes.
I will
Notes
look
are
at my notes
useful.
when I get home.
Yes,
Well,
I have notes about how the man with the fancy arm coincidentally getting stronger so that he could fight sinners. Had double question mark level because they were not in the same party with him. They described a weird certainty to his voice, and they said that he spoke like an exarch, even though he wasn't one. And
He
used
was
long form words in his.
He was an expert.
Yes.
He's just being sneaky.
Which to Beatrice sounds suspiciously like he might have been with the church.
Ah, the Exarch is actually in the infirmary right now, giving last rites to somebody who's mostly panicking. So they requested an Exarch even though they're not gonna die. And holy shit, the Exarch is tall. The die. This is the first time the dice have rolled the die. That man is 7'3". Jesus, he's a lanky boy.
Goodness gracious.
He is dressed head to toe in what looks like white, gold, and gray robes. A large sash thrown about his shoulders, some sort of circlet on his head. Very short cut, well kept burgundy colored hair. He has he's a lot. He's of a dark complexion. He's milk chocolate. Very pretty blue eyes.
They seem to like blue eyes.
They do. Well, they like blue, green, and then just random colors. Like there's somebody around here with just eyes as fucking, like, we're talking like as fucking red as a baboon's ass cheeks.
Yeah. I mean, Fion's got heterochromia.
I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, he's got one green eye and one blue eye.
My eyelids. The Exarch does speak very fancily.
Exarchy.
It isn't. There is an air about him. It's an almost.
Pious.
It's a very pious air. You can feel it, but if you any guilt you have feels a lot heavier as he walks by.
Oh, well, I guess Naibai is just gonna fucking collapse then.
Just hurt.
It's just physically heavier. Dunk.
Yes, I'm not even joking. It physically feels heavier to carry that guilt around. Exarch, burgundy, milk chocolate. Okay. Okay. Cool. Got a 10-pointed star amulet on.
There's
Or,
more
if anything,
stuff to remember, but I'm just suddenly drawing a blank.
oh, right. I drew a 10-pointed star, so I can kind of do my best. To try and share what it would look like. See, I suck at drawing, but if you bear with me, I'll find it. Scroll. There's my thumb in the picture. This is what a 10-pointed star looks like. At least the one that they wear as a symbol of the church.
Basically, kind of like overlapping stars.
Yes. Fairly well. Welcome thee
Yeah.
back.
Oh,
Mind you, it doesn't have those streaks. That was for something else that I was sharing. Just has a single piece of chain hanging it around his neck as an amulet.
You see.
I am now home in my room.
Yay.
yeah, now you can be gay and no one will judge you.
I'll be gay to you.
Wait,
Oi.
Alright. Would you like to take your information to Silorid? Oh god, you could say her name like Simonim!
No, Fion does not want to become a new statue in our office.
Gets punched through a wall by a fist of ice.
Yeah, no, Fion does not want to be punched by ice or become an ice statue in her office for all of eternity.
Synonym.
All right. Let's see. Where's my notes? Samsung notes. Here we are.
Okie dokie. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Just getting an update on something.
The information that Fionn got from the one that he talked to, him and Faraji talked to, was that the person that their teacher talked to had a dark purple hood and some kind of strange ceramic armor. He said he was pretty sure he was a dark elf. And the monster was a unique sapience
Oh yes.
that was it was white. The crystal itself was white, but it had vermilion streaks in it. And apparently it was intelligent enough to make its own weapon, like a lance or a rapier.
And it moved like a master of dance.
And it was very quick.
And it was silver and red. Shimmered red.
Fion's gonna look at Faraji. That's pretty much all we got after the one that Faraji.
Yeah, he was kind of melodramatic, talking about, oh, my leg. Sin didn't have a wing, and he didn't complain.
It reminds me of stories that I've heard about someone.
I was in a coma. Wait, I win then by that logic, don't I?
You got your melon split in half and you haven't really complained about it.
I was in a
Technically, you
coma.
win.
You all lose.
I don't think it's a contest, but alright.
Ah, yes, Paramia. Was it because we are wrong? Everything is a contest.
This have to be.
Where would it not be? Eh?
I mean,
Eledo? Laissez-nous mentir, oui. Oui.
what?
On va le jouer, taillons. C'est vrai?
I only know one phrase of that language. Last time I said
That's
to
not
someone, I
French.
got punched. No, he said one. He said one phrase of that language that he learned from his mom.
Yeah,
The last time he said it, he got punched.
and what he learned from his mom isn't even the language. French, but it's much more like it's like Slavic French.
That's a strange combo.
Oh, so drunk on wine instead of
Vodka.
well, it's usually something else.
Scott on guillotine.
Boss.
Wait, no, hold on. We have Scott on guillotines instead of Ladasino. Is how we do it.
Wait, do
It
you
goes up, we Scott on it, and we'll simple.
Les, do you know both French and Russian?
Fuck Russian, no. I know like French and Latin. I can do Latin.
I know a little bit of Russian.
I don't know good French anymore because it's a skill. It's like a muscle, and if you don't use it, you forget it. And I kind of forgot a lot of it. Oh, my stomach.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Moving on. Oh, right. Klaus's harness will have been made by him.
Harness.
Yeah, the thing that he was trying to make in his drooling, he would have successfully made it. He also found himself. He came. I'll tell him what happened. This is very interesting. Even drooling him wanted to see what he could do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that counts.
It counted to the eldest son. Yeah, listen, he still had to clean up messes. That's what matters.
You pissed him off.
He heckin' Angie.
No, he's not angry. That's why Klaus isn't dead. If he was angry, Klaus wouldn't be alive.
Well, that's why I said angry.
Be angry.
I mean, the eldest son of the master, golem that they had summoned up, down and make it into a new set of holsters for his balls if they kept fucking with him.
Scared golem noises.
The eldest son of the master smith is a big man with a big hammer.
Mm.
Hammer refers to penis as euphemism for him.
No, it's referring to the 35-pound hammer he swings with one hand.
No.
Thunk. I'm gonna thunk you. Thunk. Hey, puppet pal, clam.
Shut.
Alright, you've gathered your information, your pertinent information, the information that's specifically pertinent to the situation, that information. Now you can take the Slytherin. Slytherin.
Yes,
The head
we get
administrator,
to
Slytherin.
Slytherin.
Slytherin,
No!
head administration.
Slytherin.
Slytherin!
She would probably do mean things to people who said her name like that.
Send them to condemnation.
People have just said silly without her permission and wound up in the infirmary.
Oh
What
no.
happened? The right side of my body was detonated by ice crystals.
I can imagine her doing stuff like just
I
encasing
could
his
feel
balls. in
ice.
lead.
I could feel ice in my veins.
Slytherin used to be an adventurer. She works for the guild now. Doesn't mean she doesn't know how to fight and how to torture people.
I mean, technically,
She was very evil. One of the things she used to do to torture people for information was grow ice along their spine under the skin.
Ugh.
You don't have any idea how fast you're willing to scream information to make that stop.
Ah,
That would make people very talkative.
Thank God you're such little younglings in the guild. You haven't had to do anything gruesome or brutal like the elites have to do.
yes.
There's a lot. You don't want to get into it. Okay. Well, you're going to take it to Slytherin, the head administrator. You know, Slytherin, head administration, the head of the administration.
Yes.
Slytherin,
Yes.
Slytherin. And you know the elf that Nora knows.
Fionn
Nora.
would,
The man who was
once he
poisoned.
gathered up,
Nora's poisoned.
Poisoned by
Anyways.
Cusco.
I don't know. Kronk has been on my brain all day. I've been quoting Kronk to myself. I can't stop it. Once-
At least you're not doing his sneaky theme song.
Okay. John has gathered the pertinent information and will be the first to pioneer the way towards the stairs.
Naibai will follow them stairs since it seems like the meeting.
Fionn's going to the elevator.
You can have the rest of your meeting in the elevator on the way up.
Yes, we can walk and talk and wait in the elevator.
I'll go right ahead, talk, and I'll assume you're walking.
Slash follow target.
So, so we've got to leave pretty much tonight, don't we? Or at least later, early in the morning, don't we?
The earlier the better, realistically. If everybody
I-
expects us to leave tomorrow and we leave tonight, then that could disrupt any potential ambushes. But that also might be too small a window in time to disturb anything.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to run into any ambushes or anything. And by the way, how exactly are we getting there?
With the way chamber.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yeah. You've already been through it once, children. We came out of the dungeon. It'll be fine.
Better not really eat the thing then, should I?
It's a damn weight chamber, not a. What does eating have to do with it?
Oh, last time I got teleported and anything to do with magic, I hurled up my breakfast.
It's
Well-
not like they're gonna get you mixed up with some lizard that crawls in next to you.
Kevin just
What?
kind of loops his tail around,
Well,
Theon,
listen.
pulls him closer. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it fantastic.
Let's know.
Well, listen. At least we have an understanding of how waste chambers and waste stones and just the teleportation between them works now. When the guild started a long time ago, it was less accurate.
You mean less accurate?
Just mob will just lean over. It means that somebody's front half went to one place and their ass went to another.
I hear
Oh.
sometimes you can still hear Marcus's screams in the night. They never did find the body.
Who's Marcus?
One of the first
Myth-
testers, of course. Don't you know the
It's
ghost
a
story?
myth that existed a long time ago. He was one of the first
No.
people that they tested weight chambers on. They sent him to a small campground when they meant to send him to not a small campground in the middle of the woods, naked, paranoid with an axe. That's how the legend goes. Which I'll give you a bone here. It's all bullshit considering that we've been using weight chambers since the guild was founded. The guild is over 4,000 years old. Chances are that we all remember some random person named Marcus over 4,000 years. Pretty slim. But if I have any say in it, we'll keep perpetuating lies like that.
Like the snipe.
So I have. It's a snipe.
Don't worry about
We
it.
don't talk about snipes, alright?
A very real creature you should be absolutely mortified of, but if you manage to catch it, I hear you get all sorts of...
Hey, no, you get bit, you get a wish.
Flesh.
Well, it's not like a great wish. Like, you can wish for anything under 10 pounds.
That's a very specific amount of wish.
Anything under 10 pounds?
Yeah, so, you can't wish for your true love, because if she's got a big ass, that's 20 pounds on its own.
Just imagining...
Unless you're into fairies.
I'm just imagining how this stipulation came about. It's like, oh yeah, it has to be under 10 pounds because the snipe has to actually go fucking get the thing you wished for. That's why it doesn't tell you how long it's gonna take. It's like, yeah, you wished for it. It's gonna go do that now. It might not come back. But you fucking wished for it, so now it has to.
Yeah. How do you find a snipe?
You ain't got time to worry about that. Besides, a snipe will find you.
I'm sorry, now that you know about it, you have to constantly be wary.
Why do you think
Is it
we progress
dangerous?
ranks?
I know a guy that breeds them.
Really?
I think
So,
Well, maybe after we're done with this whole
probably coincidence.
delegation stuff,
Hey,
we can
look.
go snipe hunting.
I'd rather not. I'd like keeping my organs on the inside. Hey, look, Silverman's
God
office.
damn it.
Wait,
Fun.
what? What do you mean? Or what is a snipe?
worry about it.
It makes me very worried if he wants to keep his organs on the inside. He wants to keep his organs on the inside.
I mean,
But to be
I
fair,
want to keep my organs on the inside. I mean, don't you?
Aye, but it makes me more worried when Noro says it.
Oh, I see how it is.
He thinks I'm
Shut that up.
stronger.
Well, you are. I'm not even going to try to dispute that.
Well,
Which
yeah,
like
within a
biology
certain
have
distance.
asked.
At a specific distance, I lose to this thing called a gun. Remember, the easiest way to stop a parry or a shield is just to shoot them.
I know someone whose shield negates that, to pick that rule of thumb.
Well, yeah, Vice, her shield's big.
I remember a long time ago somebody said, I don't know why, but he said if a gun doesn't solve a problem, just use more gun.
Clearly, you underestimate how big Vice's shield is. You can use all the guns you want. When she falls on you, that gun's not going to stop your lungs from crushing.
I Alright, and Fion's gonna who's going into the office first? Fion.
Doing paperwork. I'm not even going to ask why. I heard some sort of something. Find anything
Fion
out?
Fion. We did a little bit of divide and conquer and we asked different people. We all got some information.
Okay, I saw that I did nothing. Well, good. I guess you could just keep me in suspense then. That's fine.
Oh no, well
Words.
Faraji and I spoke with Faraji, what was his name? Did we get his name?
We didn't get his name.
Well, the important
Describe his injuries.
part is the information we gathered, not their names.
The injured one.
Well, we spoke with their sneaky one, I would say. And he told us that he was in the rafters, not
Well, he's a
trying to
healer.
really. Oh, he's a healer.
Yeah, the sneaky one's the one who just had like a mild gash on their back.
Well, he said that the person that their instructor spoke with had a dark purple hood and wore some kind of ceramic armor. He said they were most likely a dark elf. And the Scythians that they came across was very unique and very fast. It was a white crystal with vermilion streaks on it, and it was intelligent enough to make its own weapon, its own lancer or rapier type weapon.
We don't have any dark elves with ceramic armor and a purple hood. We do have Jin, who does have a ceramic plate and some sort of tall weed armor with some rice papers. But he may draw a hood. I don't know. He's not a dark elf. We do have dark elves here, however, but none of them that fit that specific description. So, do hope that you're not getting things confused.
No, ma'am, I wrote everything down in the notebook.
I'm certain you did, but I'm the one who's the head administrator, and I can tell you there are no dark elves with ceramic armor with a purple hood. Not registered
ma'am.
legally with the guild, anyway. Good. I love it when somebody argues with me when I sign 18,000 fucking papers a day.
Theo's just gonna be quiet because he's not trying to argue.
Good job, Fionn.
Did I make her angry?
Not yet, but you were getting very close with not just, being the fuck quiet.
Well, Fion's staying the fuck quiet now.
I wrote everything down, 100%. Like, you can understand why that could upset her. I wrote it down, therefore it's correct. You know what else writes stuff down? Dictionaries.
So Beatrice is going to chip in. She's going to say, well, that person with the fancy armor, he had a way crystal, which is how they managed to escape the Sepient. And he happened to be solo expeditioning in the dungeon at the time, so that he could get stronger to fight what he called sinners. They were not able to tell what level he was. They said that he had a weird certainty to his voice, and that he spoke like an exarch and used long form words.
Hmm. Fancy. Ceramic. So, let's see. They had to have been at least level 337. There would have been no information given. That's 50 levels over. No. By the way, Crystal, possibly an experienced adventurer. Have to ask some of the other guilds if they're missing anyone. Black Steel Fortress rules out anyone under the rank of titanium, and it rules out any titanium under the veterancy of 3 years on average. Let's see. Well, we've only got 1,618 possible candidates that could be here from that information.
Trying to remember if there's any more information that we had about that person. I'm not sure.
Naibai? Mob? Did you get any information?
I think you've pretty much said everything that we were told, at least that I can remember immediately. Sorry about that, I suppose. At least we're getting consistency. Well then, we've had that pertinent information. Is there anything you can think of?
Okay, I just disabled the Wi-Fi on my computer because Windows decided it was going to force an update and turn off my printer.
It's sad.
Fucked up. I thought they stopped trying to force updates.
No, they still do it. So, what happened? Because I wasn't here.
They were just seeing if Naibai had anything to add to it. But I think we covered just about everything.
Pretty much everything that there was to cover, yes.
Okay.
Well then, that will save some time. I'll see if Samar has any information on whom these might be, and the Exarch, if they spoke like an Exarch, then there's a good chance that he might know who they are, so I'll also ask him about them. Now that you've given me that, you children may want to go ahead and prepare yourselves In light of recent events, we'll be sending you tonight through the wave chamber.
Yes, that sounds prudent.
In 7 hours. So use your time correctly, if you wish. Or don't. I don't really care. It's your choice.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Thank you.
Whoa! Go us!
Well,
Gotta tell him. You gotta tell him, Yawn.
tell him what?
You gotta tell him.
About
While
the
he's right
streams.
here, and everyone can protect you from his wrath.
Son?
Yeah,
Why do I have to tell him?
because I crave drama as a Bishonen.
I don't. You really think that everyone will
It's
protect
not
me if I tell him?
It's not about what you think or want. It's about my need for drama.
If you really no, because I know you will tell him.
Yeah, ooh, choice words.
Damn
I
it
will.
all!
Nah, you can tell him later. Nobody will protect you.
And Beatrice is like, well, now I'm curious.
It's nothing.
Mostly I am as well. No,
I,
please do tell me. Tell me what.
yeah. Damn it all.
Let's go for a
What?
stroll. All of us. Together. So we don't ruin the office. Or the mood.
Team building exercise.
We need the
Alright,
wall.
so how about we go through the I don't know. Where do you want to take a walk out in the streets where everybody can see us?
Well, is this going to be something that'll make Sen mad or be embarrassing or what?
I don't know what he could be having in mind. I'm not very easy to perturb.
Well,
Whatever drama it
um,
is, leave.
Stiller just like, I don't want any part of this.
Fiona, Fiona's gonna
Okay,
head
let's,
off of the
let's
office.
go.
Leave!
Fiona's
So
leaving
Beatrice
the
is going
office.
to step out and let everybody follow her.
Yes, I crave drama. Mmm. Seriously though, you don't have to tell him anything. It can wait. It's a secret. It's a secret, super secret.
She's gonna give Faraji this kind of look.
It's a birthday secret, Sin. No? Damn it. He's outwitted me again.
Do you forget how smart he is?
Less along the lines that I'm smart and my boss on average here. Not here.
Oh,
Just call me dumb.
who?
So anyways, about the weather. I'm thinking moderate temperatures are good. It's great weather. I hear that moderate climates are the best for fertility. Ever you need any information like that, courtesy of my father. That man, quite an interesting person. Ba-dum.
Fiona's just gonna kind of nod.
Mob and Faramia are gone. They left.
They said
They just
fuck
went
you.
somewhere.
Mm.
They've got 7 hours. They're gonna live it to the fullest.
Alright, well,
You wanna go on a stroll though? Get us some fresh air. Just talk amongst ourselves.
I wouldn't mind a nice little walk.
Forest?
Sure. We could take the nature trail.
Sounds wonderful.
Let's go.
The
And
sin
see how we look.
stroll. Tails. The pretty tails!
Are they braided or are they loose?
He has them loose currently.
Beatrice approved.
And Fiona's just got the kitty tail.
Now, is
yes.
it a gator tail or is it a lion tail? The lion
It's a
tail.
what?
Lion tail.
Lion tail.
That's what I thought.
But on the bright side, Fiona does have toe beans.
Look at the toe beans! Squish. That's all I want to do when I see toe beans is just squish.
Oh, don't squish my toe beans. Why aren't they beans? Why do they got to be beans?
Because they look like coffee beans, Phil, and this is life.
I'm trying to remember whether or not Beatrice does.
I mean, I don't know why she wouldn't. Her fucking mom has those bunny toe beans.
Well, bunnies don't have them.
Agoria has them. They do have,
Okay.
in fact, pads because they come from very aggressive terrain. They need the
Okay, in that
strongness on
case,
their
she would
footsies.
definitely have them. She gets them from both sides.
I have found pictures of tiny bunny toe beans.
Boing. Beatrice hasn't even done it yet, but if she's got her mom's leg muscle, she can literally vert leap 40 feet.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I figured
no,
she
every-
could run and leap real well, but I didn't realize she could do it 40 feet.
everybody talks shit from the second story until Gloria vert leaps up and slaps their shit.
Without going in the building, just jumps up and just lands back down.
I can imagine Beatrice definitely doing that. She's like, oh, I need that. Boing. What?
Oh yeah, Gloria was their favorite to get for getting shit off the fucking roof.
Gloria, the ball's stuck on the roof again.
She can do. Beatrice will have the same problem her mom had trying to explore her leg muscles. Going up is easy, honey. It's the landing that's tricky.
All about
Like, it took Gloria about 4 or 5 years get used to landing on slopes. That's a bitch. Landing on anything that's not flat after going up.
Well, I imagine since she's in her mid to late 20s, then she's got it down by now.
Enough. She got it enough.
Yes, she's got them jumpers.
Boing!
the jumpy thump, the flippers.
All right. Whilst you're going on your nature walk, Klaus, how do you feel about being tied to a beam?
A beam with an M or a bean with an N?
Beam
M.
with an M.
Beam.
I mean, it really depends on the context.
Well, luckily, you managed to make your shock absorbing harness, and you also, you may or may not have got a little carried away with it. It's a shock absorbing harness that links you and your creature together. because it's a harness for you and a harness for them. It's like some sort of weird pseudo person dog harness. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's basically just a harness that you put on them and you strap it to yourself, and you've got like a 20-foot lead. That way, you have your whole mass. Because your brain was like, they're probably gonna get big, probably gonna be too strong for a leash to hold. But if I have the all of me, either A, I'll be able to stop them, or B, my pain will end when I hit the pavement.
So
enough.
it's a fall arrestor.
Basically.
It's
Vertical fall. It's a horizontal fall arrestor.
And that's what you're currently tied to the beam with.
I see.
Oh, he's awake. Thank you.
Do I know how to like get out of the harness?
Oh no,
Or-
it is no. It's not the fact that the harness is on you. It's the fact that the harness is on you, wrapped around the beam, and then attached to you again.
You are immobilized.
This was intentionally done by someone else, possibly the eldest son, who has arrived and is just staring at you.
Well, this is an unfortunate situation.
Thank you. I now know what I give somebody for 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100 rules.
oh, he just kept inventing.
He kept tinkering and fucking around. And yeah. Number 99, or number 90. If you make 90 new rules, defenestration is on the list. That also explains why there's glass in your hair.
Out of
So he got-
curiosity, how many hit points do I have?
You have about 5 left.
Oh well, no, they would have all of them. You're not allowed to die to world forces whilst in this state. Wait, no, I have that backwards. You're not allowed to die to player forces, but you can die to the world. That's right.
Yeah, that's the world there.
Yep.
And to be clear, there's no broken windows on the wall. There's just a whole ass glass window frame missing the window part, sitting in the middle of the room that they threw you through.
It's like we brought one over here just to throw you through.
We took it out of the wall, threw you through it, and then put it back.
Or do they have just a random window thing there that they could
It
throw
may-
you
Just a random window in the middle of the room.
There's a
Yeah.
random- I guess I'll untie you then. Hold on. They have undone your harness. It's fairly simple. It's just got a few straps. It's, mind you, it's pseudo ratchet strap S, because that's what you felt in your drooled state would be sturdy enough for what will be a giant wolf. You also took the wherewithal to add what looks like some sort of extremely plentiful slack to it, so you can make it much larger. That way, you don't have to make more harnesses, as it inevitably grows out of the little one. But you have
Great.
decided that if the apparently in your drooling, you decided that if the harness gets bigger round, then 1.5 that's literally in your notes now, whether you like it or not. Is harness is about 1.5 cask of mead in size. Anything bigger, and I don't need one. Need a saddle.
Honestly, at some point I might be making a saddle and reins for my dog.
Your dog has been getting taken care of by the sons, though. It's currently in front of it that are all chewed to fucking hell.
Well, I'm glad to have been able to assist you in fleshing out your rule lists.
Yep.
And
You're
now you know
undone.
just what is possible.
I also know that a person can survive going headfirst through a window.
I mean, it's not my first time.
It's your first time going through 1.5 inches of glass. Trust me.
Well, glass that thick, probably.
Yeah, we gotta make things thick around.
Eh.
Well, enjoy your harness. Your dog's is adorable, but we found out that he really likes whole steak, not the scraps. He will bite you if you don't give him a whole steak.
Well, of course, just look at the size of them.
I'll go. Oh, hold on, and he'll leave and come back with one of the raw steaks, and it looks like it's about a 60-ounce steak, whole steak.
Hold on, I can make it better. And I pull out some of my bacon from my back pocket and just wrap the steak in bacon, and then give it to my dog.
Your dog is happy for this. Did you just? You know what? Pocket bacon isn't the weirdest thing I've seen here. It's whatever.
Do you want some?
I am fine. I've had listeria before.
I've also got sausage.
Gonna go ahead and end this conversation now and not question why meats are so precariously placed near your ass. Door is that way. Enjoy.
Wonderful. And I'll harness up my dog and lead him out.
The dog, happily just halfway done eating this meat already, just as it's walking along this, trying to keep its head kind of angled so it can see where it's walking while trying to chew at the same time.
Good doggy.
Yes, that dire wolf pup is as big as most Shih Tzus are full grown.
That's a big puppy.
You do realize that the direwolf mom, that the adventurer who was getting rid of the little pups, was the size of a fucking quarter horse, right?
And again, see previous statement.
That's a big dog.
Big,
I mean,
big.
yeah, that's one of the favorites of the Beastmasters is the direwolf breed because they're extremely loyal, and that's we're talking a fucking 3,600-pound bite force, my guy. If they get a hold of you, you die.
I think I may have figured out my combat methods. Just throw bacon at the enemy.
I started as a scientist, but I became a beastmaster because I really love animals. They're just so kind. Again! It's got me! Gerald!
The only difference
I
between
realized
fucking
that-
around and science is have you taking notes.
I realized that it's so much faster just to throw grease on the enemy. The rest sorts itself out. What
If
about
I really want to
golems?
take care of them fast, I throw a jar of peanut butter in their direction.
Well, that doesn't really splash. You'd have to, like, slime it on them.
It's like, hold still for a minute.
I try to push them off the cliff. You gently caress their back. They are uncomfortable.
They're
Have
very
you
uncomfortable.
Make it worse. Just
Force and energy with which a dog will pursue an entire tub of peanut butter, though.
I have. Yeah, you want to see some crazy ass dogs? Go to Walmart, get yourself pay $3.58, buy a little pack of Olroy, rawhide free chicken hide. That right there, throw one of those. You'll watch 3 dogs try and kill each other over one stick. It's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah. Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Sorry, I got a message somebody saying in one of my groups because there's drama. It's because one of the one of the oldest members and one of the only founding members left has officially moved on from the platform, and they are the sads about it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been like 9 years they've been there, solid as a rock. They're tired and they want to go home. They want to get off stuff.
Fair enough.
I mean, I still got to torment everybody in there all the same, so it doesn't matter. And I have the Discord, so I can call them gay whenever I want. Okay. They are gay. I'm gonna tell them. Remember, you are gay. That's okay. You're still gay though. If you are, I'll be right here, year after year. Sorry, I was watching Avenue Q the other day. Anyways, Klaus has been. Klaus has just been Klaus. He's been the only one who hasn't been in too much trouble. He's got to rest up though. Something about getting thrown. Then there's the welt, the bruise, the general feeling of malaise, the nausea, the lack of sensation in the left arm.
Basically, he feels like crap and needs to heal up.
You know what? It's a good idea. You know what, Klaus? Why don't you take a break for the rest of the day and because your character just don't feel good now that you're awake.
Needs to eat,
You're
drink, and heal.
Drooling,
When you
you
wake up after
really,
sleeping on your back wrong or something.
drooling. You really like to cash a lot of checks that it couldn't handle. You know your left arm's there. You're using it. You don't feel it though, but you know it's there. It's a big concern.
You should
I
probably
would
see a
be
nurse.
right back and drink.
But you can spend time with your puppy and think of more evil inventions.
I mean, less evil, more just slightly insane.
What's
Just
evil
wacky.
except a difference of
I
perspective?
made a mailbox that opens and closes at random. Why?
I'm like Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
I feel like you're more like Dr. Weird from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Gentlemen, behold.
I behold corn. Let the breeding commence. I have to lose 20 more pounds, or I'll never be pretty. Fucking Dr. Weird. The shit that he did in those opening skits always made me laugh my ass off.
He's a strange one.
No, he's a weird one. Strange is copyright.
Can't copyright the word strange.
You
can
can
copyright the
Doctor
words.
Strange.
I'm not calling
that's
him
the name of a
Doctor
character.
Strange. I'm
can
calling him
also-
a
you can also
strange
Strange
doctor.
You can
Have
also,
coconut.
what is it? You can apparently also copyright a religion too. So
They're
Disney
not,
is literally. Disney was
they're
trying
gonna
to.
try to.
There's no way in hell. If they get away with it, I say it's time to burn down all of Disneyland.
yeah, it's time for Disney to go as it is. It's been for a long time.
It's a company full of racists. Let's just go ahead and get rid of it.
Like
Because they
legitimate
not
reasons.
anymore. No, Walt Disney's kids are really racist too.
That's what I'm saying. Like legitimate
What
racists.
bugs me is they just buy their competition and shut them down.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's literally the problem with monopolies.
Anyway,
Thanks, William Howard Taft, you fat bastard.
Hey, his reforms actually worked. Like the height of Exxon and GE and all those different companies that are literally split off from General Goods or whatever it was. Like those are nowhere close to the size and power of what the fucking original monopoly company was.
William Howard Taft didn't do anything to stop monopolies. That
Who
was
did?
Theodore Roosevelt.
Yeah, Taft.
William Howard Taft repealed several of them and gave us modern monopolies like we got right now. If it wasn't for Theodore Roosevelt, shit like J.P. Morgan, Rockefeller Oil, Penn Rail, and everything would have been even worse than they are.
Mm-hmm.
Is today opposite day or something? I keep getting shit backwards.
I guess in your brain it is. You're too busy mocking every one of the tourists freaking out about a hurricane going to Florida. Okay.
It's not even a hurricane.
I know.
Well, the ones that went on it are enjoying their walk through the nature trail.
Okay, so like, you gonna talk about anything?
God! Stop whooping! Damn it!
My
Bird.
phone keeps buzzing. I'm not fooping.
Phone goes bird.
Do go burp.
so who did go on that nature walk? Well, I suppose pretty much everyone would have, because Doru would have kept everybody together.
Yeah. Even Klaus. They're like, oh, look, it's Klaus minding his business. Come on, Klaus. Come enjoy nature with us.
Yeah, if he's too tired and sore and stuff, she'll just carry him.
You're coming on this
Honestly, my
nature
dog
walk.
probably needs it in order to not, destroy the entire place.
Yeah. Remember, they did say give them at least an hour of outside every day.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're all going on a nature walk. Have a conversation with each other. Whilst you're walking and you're heading towards it and you're heading into the wood. You're looking at, man, these trees here are really pretty. They're like a light golden brown color naturally. Pretty. There's some, what looks like some sort of wild lilacs with some really pretty, like, sets of trinary colors going on. All kinds of stuff here. It's like the guild has intentionally cultivated to be just gorgeous.
And this one's a birch. You can tell it's a birch because of the way that it is.
And I think it was Taft. Who was it? It was the guy that came after Taft, I think.
So Beatrice is going to speak up. She's just like, so, Fionn, what was that thing you were going to talk about earlier?
It's
Hey,
nothing.
as you're walking, I just want a random D100 with no context from everyone involved.
Alright.
Okay.
It's for passive perception, so I guess you could use your scores if you want.
What's perception again?
Isn't it wisdom? It should say in the thing.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
Alright, let's open up Chrome,
Okay.
because I'm going to use random.org.
81.
91 plus 92. 183.
Oops. Oh, wow. So it is going to be 100 and what? Yeah, 122.
Okay.
A whopping 78.
What about Kevin?
Let's see here. That is a 202. How the fuck did I roll that low?
I think I know what this is about.
Boom! Sorry, thought I heard something. Listening. The real life horror that inspired Moby Dick.
What?
Nothing, just me being stupid.
Eldrazi horror sucky sucky $20.
Yeah. Girl, you like a vacuum.
Middle name Hoover.
Alright. What the hell? Who all got more than 170?
Beyond dead.
I know.
Kevin did at a one.
Noro did. Sin did. And Bonnie did. Alright.
Did
Beatrice
everybody
did not.
did everybody except for me get like super high?
No, several didn't. Just I saw you. Those of you that got high enough, you collectively hear something in the distance. It's gonna be kids. Sin is a curious fox. He's just slowly approaching and going through one of the thickets. What is that sound? Does
Does
anyone else
Fiona
hear that?
recognize the sound?
He hears it, doesn't recognize it though.
Hmm.
Fion's currently panicking slightly though, because are they gonna make me tell Sin? Are they not gonna? Am I gonna die?
Am I gonna get turned into a kitty sickle?
What's going on? This is Noro. Hey, Kevin, do you hear that?
I do, but I don't know what I'm hearing.
I have my suspicions, but do you want to go look?
I mean,
It would be, if it's an intruder, it would be in our best interest as guild members to go look. Am I not wrong?
you're absolutely right.
And what
Exactly.
are people hearing? And is I forgot. I forgot to roll for Doru.
Doro will probably be able to hear it because them big ears.
All right, let's see. 87 plus.
She's told, so
I
she
gotta
can
open
hear
up.
sound waves at a better frequency because she's told. That's my logic. It's not true, but that's my logic. That's my canon. I'm sticking to it.
Oh, I guess
Those
she did not have a very high wisdom score.
Yeah. Ow.
So she just barely beat Beatrice. She got 127. Also, pardon the lawnmower noises.
You're fine.
Well, those of you that didn't, you can choose to follow Bonnie, Sin, Kevin, Noro, or Fionn if they go. Well, Sin, Kevin, Noro, and Bonnie are going to investigate because they're curious. What is that
Yeah.
sound?
Beatrice is going to follow because she loves being with Sen. Wherever he goes, she likes to follow. And Doru is going to follow to stick with the group but keep everybody together.
As it just gets closer. And then you get closer and closer. Then it gets louder. Man, that is a surprisingly well rolled thicket. I am very proud of you. I want to click this soundboard option so bad. So
God.
bad. I'm not, but I want to. Hey, do I have ambient forest noises? Let me check. Oh, I do! I got forest noises. Cool, I forgot about those. Alright. There it looks like there's a very small, like where you get now, where the noises are loudest. Like you all have that subconscious knowledge, you know what this is, but you're at that point where like your body's on autopilot and it wants to be sure and be as nosy as possible. You all know what fucking part I'm talking about, like what sensation. You've all done it at least once somewhere in life when you know you shouldn't keep going, and then you still do.
Hmm.
I know some of you that have done it a lot.
No, I know what you're talking about.
I'm not talking about you, but you're a culprit. Talking about the other one down there by Naibai. Um, but now you have two options. You can make your own peak hole, or you can just lean down and look through what looks like a hole about crouch level. It seems it was made in this thicket. Sounds like somebody's punching a boot in there.
Doru is going to go over and peek through.
Huh? No, I don't know if it's copyright. It's from a game that was well before it was copyright time. But damn it, I want to play a sound effect.
Is it the exclamation point sound effect?
No, it's this one.
That
I wanted to play that.
That's public
I played
domain.
it. Public domain. Yay! Fuck yeah! Drew gets an eyeful they don't think they would have wanted to have seen, or rather, they didn't think that they would see. It's not a bad sight, but he's gotta be mad.
Oh no.
What does Doru see?
Right now, they see horse butt.
I see. So
And then
she
they
is
realize those are those are kneecaps. They got scales. It's large and that's very aggressively styled. There's two of them. Oh, that's who this. Ah,
so she's going to stand back up and turn away, giving them their privacy as she just kind of gestures for everyone else to follow her.
oh no, it doesn't matter. You can't escape unnoticed because you can hear the slowing down and the. Are you fucking kidding me?
Doru's just going to say, "Don't mean to intrude." And she's going to just head off.
Guru just leaves.
Fiona's going to leave.
Like how Bonnie got like right to the shrub, peeked, and then left.
My goodness. Kevin has put two and two together without being an intrusive fidget and is quickly leaving as well.
He's mad. It's 2 times now on the nature walk. This is remote and out of the area. What's wrong with you people?
I kind of figured that's what it was.
Yeah, no, Fiona is not sticking around.
I mean, I don't mind if they watch. Are you serious? They obviously kid, yes. And then Faraji goes to lean down and gets his hair grabbed by Noro. Nope. Ah! Well, it's been an eventful day.
Mhm.
How the fuck did we stumble across that?
coincidence, I think.
I suppose in hindsight, I could see why, like, it's, he might think people are stalking him. Who does it out in public like that, though? The real question is, who follows the sounds until they find it? Answer, these guys, including me. Maybe we should just, like, avoid mob for a couple of days, people.
Well, that's all well and good, but we should be sticking together.
That's just, yeah, it looks like he's got a battle buddy. It's fine.
Oh, well, you have a point there.
Yeah, you trust me. Let's not make the osmium pony angry.
And the question is, were you out of earshot far enough to not be heard calling a centaur a pony?
Nope.
That's not good.
She's got hearing. And I think it's funny that she just doesn't care. She probably heard everybody coming and was like, yeah, okay, whatever.
They 100% knew everyone was coming and kept going.
Oh no.
Like, she doesn't care. She's having a good time.
Fiona's in fear of his life. Because he didn't peek, but when he heard the "Do you mind?" he noped out of the area.
It wasn't a do you mind? That's an are you fucking kidding me?
Well, he heard mob and he said nope. I don't want to die today.
Ah, yes. You just hear a thank you coming from that direction, and it doesn't sound like it's pointed towards him. It sounds like it's pointed towards the group leaving. So you're being thanked for something you did.
That's a first. Wow, how's it feel to be thanked for doing things for once? It's oh, I'm not used to this.
It's your fucking job for throwing a fit. But then Noro turning that ear into a inquisitive creature ear. Oh yeah, no shit. No wonder she's saying things. Woo, boy! You don't start a fire. I'll start a fire back there. Gotta get out of the forest. Surprised I haven't heard fucking mob. Oh, all this sweat's making my nuts rub together. It's gonna start a fire. Fucking love that bastard.
I love Fat Bastard too.
Hey, Mr. Diaper Lady. I hope you're ready for my diaper. Oh, there's a little bit in there for you. Fucking. Oh, God.
In character appropriately, because good lord.
I eat when I'm unhappy, and I'm unhappy because I eat. You just shot yourself with it. God. All I want to watch now. Alright. So Nature Walk went good. Y'all got the talking on your way back, hopefully. Talking about something else.
Maybe
Might be a good idea to talk. Get the
Beatrice is going to keep teasing Fionn about having secrets and stuff.
Naibai is going to suggest that maybe we talk about more fighting strategies because we didn't get a chance to do that at the Coliseum.
Fiona's going to agree with Naibai.
That's good. You know, you could always just go ask Samar to let you take lessons, right?
Who?
You could. What?
Oh,
You have the memory retention of a fucking water slug!
It's the big bully guy. The war chief.
Do you want to go to the arena to train with each other? Or
Yes.
to train with Samar to get stronger?
I think they could do a little bit of that. And
Yes.
Of course, there
Okay.
would be some tactics training and stuff.
Alright, quite simple. We go to the door here. I seek conquest, though it may break my bones. For my blood spilled on the ground is the price to be paid for glory. And glory is all you shall seek. I can see it's that easy to find him. And he'll open the door that leads inside, and look, it's that long stretch of land leading to the arena.
Well, that's kind of a concerning contract you just signed.
It's not that bad. I've pretty much had a contract with the arena like every. It comes with being part of the guild. You do realize that, don't you?
Now we do.
Anyways,
Did none of you read the brochure?
we don't have a brochure. We have word of mouth and recruitment tactics. Anyways,
To be
I
go
fair,
to
got-
mine
the
was-
arena.
I got a
to be
brochure.
fair,
Oh, you did it. You got a legal pamphlet telling you you're not associated with the guild yet. I know. I was there.
technically, I didn't sign anything or get a pamphlet either, but mine was either imprisonment for suspicion or join the guild.
We were probationary.
It's true.
You know, I thought there was a suspicious lack of pictures.
You know, the logistics of the guild is actually quite amazing. It has to be, because with how the adventurers like us are, if we ran it, it would fucking catch fire.
Simply from the friction of the bad
Probably.
ideas.
No, I don't think there is a problem at this point. I think it's either catch fire or be organized.
Making that way down to the guild, or to the arena from the guild, and the door opens and you can see what looks like a battered and bruised Weiss's party. And the only one who's not exhausted is Tara, standing there without a shirt, just being a fucking sex symbol with all those muscles and tattoos. That's definitely Therios' son. Jesus Christ. He's carrying Vice's fucking giant ass great shield over his head like a fucking umbrella for comfort.
Nabai is going to turn to the rest of the party. Is this one of those situations where I'm supposed to catcall them?
Beyond. Oh,
I don't know if that would be wise.
Hey,
Beatrice is going to give a friendly wave to the other party as we go by.
that behemoth of a woman. Oh, look! Heaven! Noro! Did you lose weight? You should. Just keeps walking. She's walking with that fucking 9.5-foot long lance just over her shoulders like a pole, just kind of doing that shit where you rest your wrist on it. Whew.
How is it you
God.
managed to make insults I've heard several times suddenly funny?
Cause timing.
Because he put most of his stats into charisma.
Yep. Did Weiss just call us fat?
Yeah.
She may have.
I think she more called Kevin fat.
Well, I need a little bit of chunk, otherwise I melt it.
You gotta stop eating all the sweets, Kevin. I keep telling you, they're a trap.
Stop making him so good then. That's my retort.
It's because it's made of sugar. It's a
Well, it
lie.
needs to stop being good then.
No. You know what's tasty to insects? Poison.
Good thing I'm not an insect then, isn't it?
Please don't.
Well, it
poison me
depends
with
on
your
who you
poison.
talk to.
That's fair.
So wait, if I remember correctly, Kevin has the gun lance, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
they should
Technically, he
get
should also
fat
be training in
because then
spear
they're
stuff.
their own sandbags.
Fair point.
All right. All right. So this is a brief moment for Beatrice to talk to their other lover they sometimes spend time with, because that's who's in Terrace's party. Currently gawking over his muscles because he's shirtless. To be fair, he's always shirtless. Most of the time, like he's 99% of the time he doesn't wear a shirt because it impedes his movement.
I'm not sure exactly what she'd say to her, but she would definitely stop to hug her.
Who knows? Fucking looking pregnant or some weird shit like that. Knowing that's what I would do. You're going. Did you catch fire? No, that's actually not a that's not a question you did. Put it out.
So who's saying that? Was Chio saying that?
I guess they are now.
The Chio or Beatrice is going to kind of look down. Does she look a little bit pregnant?
I mean, I don't know how you tell. She doesn't have a round belly. She's got a stomach. It's just a normal. It's a belly. She's moody all the time, but that's 'cause she's, her mom's child.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I
So I guess it's a little bit too early for anyone to tell.
mean, yeah, she was praying to be too early. I mean, unless she goes and complains about my back or I feel nauseous. I want salmon covered in chocolate ice cream. Shit like that.
When
That's
when
what
the
covered in
meals
maple
start
syrup.
getting weird.
So I'm not gonna deny you salmon and chocolate ice cream. I just want you to know, if you decide to get horny later, wash your fucking mouth out. Pretty simple. All right. There's that giant bunny, currently doing themselves pull-ups reminiscent of Gloria, except they have what looks like two fucking chunks of granite. Okay, I say two chunks. They are 1 meter fucking cubed blocks on either one of their feet to pull them down as they pull their pull-ups.
Definitely a good way to do that strength training, that's for sure.
Mhm.
We do not have any events scheduled for today. Is
Actually,
there
we have,
something specific?
what was that?
Is there something specific?
Actually, we had come for some training. Perhaps some tactics and skills.
Do you require tactical training? Do you not think tactically enough in the field? Or are you requesting training against intelligent targets who can outmaneuver?
Well, I would say tactical training. Basically, what we've been doing is just kind of throw everything at it until it stops moving.
Oh. Well then, what do you request exactly that I give you? Do you want me to punch you, or do you want to punch me? You want to fight each other?
Well, I suppose we could fight against each other, but we would wear our health down pretty quickly.
So you would like to fight against me?
Do you
I think that would
have
be a good way to learn.
Or very well. They'll stop their pull-ups and suspend themselves with a single arm and curl their leg up to undo the. Well, it's not even like leather. It's just a steel cufflink around their ankle, and they'll pull the bolt out of the groove and let it to the ground with a cacophonous thud that shakes it a little bit. Because, mind you, that's 2 cubes of granite per foot. And then they'll do
Yeah.
the same a
Those are
second time.
huge and lots of weight.
You can see the fucking veins and those muscled calves of his just throbbing as this bunny drops himself down onto those big old rabbit legs with a boom.
Theon is immediately scared of getting kicked by this man.
And Samar just
He was just doing
His
pull-ups.
right?
Well,
You're afraid of
he
getting
sunbathes
kicked?
I'm afraid of getting anything by this
I
man.
love his hair. I'm just saying right now that you can actually see his hair. Oh my god. Oh, handsome bunny. Okay. So he's just casually walking over towards what looks like a little table off to the side in his little area where he stands and sits and minds his business. And he's undoing his armor, taking off pieces of this uniquely crafted Viking-esque monster gear. And when he takes that dragon skull off, you can see that he's got this. His hair. This is very interesting. So his left ear is white and his right ear is black, but his hair is it's black on the left side and white on the right side, with a streak of crimson running down the middle of both. Samar has medium length hair. Holy shit! It actually goes with shoulders. Now that he's not wearing armor and he does that shoulder roll, you kind of feel like this might be a bad idea when you see all of those muscles rise to the surface as he cracks himself out with the cracking of bone and joint.
Theon's gonna kind of lean over to Beatrice. I think we might be in for a little bit.
Yes, I suppose it could end up being that way.
Ah, yes. He's pulling out a little drawer and he reaches inside and comfortably wraps his hands in what looks like some sort of padding and gives a punch to the wall to just check with the hand covered in padding before covering up the knuckles from his right fist. It's almost like he demonstrates how much this padding is eating up, because when he punches the same part of the wall in front of him with his right fist, you watch it crack under his knuckles.
One more.
Jesus.
This is definitely going to hurt.
Did he just say,
No, he just said, all right.
oh, okay.
Get yourself into position.
And I suppose then they will do exactly that. Doru pulling out her big old hidden stick, turned to Fairs. And Beatrice drawing her weapons as well. Wow.
Naibai will equip their sling current year.
And so, Dory was going to look over at Fionn. I suggest waiting until the melee will have begun in order.
What the hell are you doing?
What's that?
What the hell are you doing?
Me?
All of you. You? What are you? Class. What's your specialization? Close quarters, medium, or range?
I tend to be close quarter.
Then you stand in the front. Who else is close quarters? That would be me. Alright,
You'll have to forgive them. Our last instructor just got right into fighting.
that's fine. Look. Can you take a hit?
I don't know. Can they? Hold on. They have 15,000 points worth of natural defense, so I hope they can take a hit.
It's cute that you think that would stop him.
No, definitely not from him, but from
It would stop
appropriate threats.
Let's see.
I can take limited amount.
So you're not a front line fighter. You're a flanker. That's your fighting job. You will stand behind this line. He has already, by suggestion, put Doru off to one side of him, or well, technically off to the center of him, and then Bonnie and Mob off to his either frontal flank to create a little line. And he's just walking over to each of you and just sizing you up and then putting you in places. And before long, Kevin and Fionn and Naibai are all three at the back, with Naibai furthest at the back, with the most bodies in between her and him. And then you have Noro, excuse me, and Noro and Sin, pretty much right there in the middle. And Shizuna is also on the back as an additional healer. Alright. You have a formation now. You have flankers. Always hidden and always ready. Like her. And I'll point to Beatrice. You were to go around. And him. And then there's Faraji just, hi. Your front line will occupy me. You will attempt an attack to get behind my defenses while supported from range, with mid-range able to join in and try and distract me whilst you prepare or do more damage, or alternatively to swap out combat roles temporarily while you go and help alleviate pressure. This seems simple. Now, who wants to punch first?
Generally, I tend to leave initiation to one of our tank.
Wonderful. Yeah, shit. Bonnie lost that roll.
Oh no.
Well, I was rolling for Bonnie, like, Bonnie will get him. No, Bonnie lost. Bonnie had the idea, well, I'll start, but when Bonnie went to raise an arm and go for a punch, that's when she noticed his fist right on her abs and just, and, yeah, Bonnie just went past the entire other two lines into a wall.
Oh shit.
Naibai would like to try and grab them with their sling.
Give me your dull 100s. I hope you can.
modifier.
It's a lot of momentum. Your modifier will be technically it's gonna be agility to react that fucking fast.
Alright, sweet. So 353 plus 41.
That would be
194 or 394.
Yeah.
So that
Agility is like their highest stat.
I remember why I picked up my phone now. Jesus.
you were just fast enough.
Haha! Oh god, my arm.
Yes, you also. Yeah, your arm almost immediately. Yeah, that's pretty much what happens. Naibai now has a strained shoulder. This is what it took to stop her.
That's okay. I'm a healer. I can just I can lay on
Dora, it might be your chance because Mob was second, but he did grab Mob by the neck. But he is bound up, at least to your knowledge.
All right. In that case, let's see. I need to tab over to this thing and roll 77 plus calculator. Do math.
By the way, there's a rule I've been playing with. Like every 100 levels, you can use another D100 on any roll or on all rolls. I've been having playing with that idea because I'm like, that would explain why osmiums in them are so fucking scary.
All right.
That should be something you have to
he
spec
would be able
into.
to use another
I need
D100.
to test it.
That's a
Well, it's not. You know. I'll have Doru test it.
that's a thing in the rulebook
Oh,
already,
and
isn't
11.
it?
Well, that was great. Good roll, Doru. Good roll.
See, because as I will now state, it doesn't matter if you have 7 extra D100s. If you have rolls like Ivy does most of the time, it doesn't matter. You're not rolling a total greater than 100.
Just roll one.
Yeah.
Ivy can go up a tree and then not get down.
Ivy can go up literally any surface. If it's
any surface. Getting
it's
down
not-
is another story.
if it is not a dick, they cannot get down it without problems.
Okay, so I looked it up. In the base rules, you do get an extra attack die every 10 levels.
So now you get an extra die, just D100 every 100 levels.
Yeah, D100 would be skill checks and stuff, so
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
All right.
Well, no, that just applies to everything, though. For your dog. Looking at you.
Yeah, in case you wanted to be, a part of the combat.
I know him. He's waiting patiently until his dog can have fucking missile turrets. That's what I would do.
And
If I had a direwolf, I would definitely put a Browning M2 on it.
All right. So I
Same.
think I got a number for her. I'm trying to see if there's anything I forgot.
I'm going to equip my doggo with a tomahawk. Oh, so like an axe? No, like the missile.
Just see it
by the way-
sizzling across the sky in the background.
By the way, that harpoon was eventually found by random adventurers in that other world.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the comment, this guys, I found something and it scares me. And they just walked in the room and that's a whole ass missile.
Okay.
Put some Katushka rockets on your dog.
What happens if I do that? You just had to hit it with a fucking rock. Yes, I did.
Just sets the motor off again.
Let it over again.
Actually, since she is right there and not moving, she can take an 2 actions, right?
Yep. She's not moving. If he's within 6 feet, which he's technically 5 feet and like the 10 inches, but I'll allow it.
Okay, so
Oh,
what she's
you-
first going to do is she's going to cast her Arctic Aegis. And then she's going to do her attack. The attack does 14,785 damage.
yes. Uh, ugh. I see that the rest of the party hasn't. So that's 14,785 damage.
That sounds correct.
I'm gonna put this right here. I see that the rest. I'm assuming that. Is there going to be any?
Okay. Right.
Is anybody going to multi attack, or is this? We're just going to all count these damage values solo.
Well, once Doru has made her attack, Beatrice is going to dive in with hers to assist.
All right.
Mm,
So I'll give you guys this one round, and then I'll tell you what the rolled results I've already rolled are of how much damage you managed to do to him, and how long you all collectively lasted, even with tactics.
I figure it's probably not long.
Well, he's not like Suyoi, who was having fun and wanted to torment you because he's kind of senpai for Suyoi in this understanding because he's technically a teacher and an upperclassman. But Samar is teaching you by punishing you wherever he can.
Oh, that's a valid way to.
Yeah, no, you're gonna love how he punished Doru because it also punishes Mob.
Oh boy.
Well,
I yeeted it. Who?
Well, no, it's just she's swinging at me, and he flipped around and so used Mob as a shield.
Alright, so let's
Smart
do
opponents.
Beatrice's rolls.
Everybody do your rolls that you're gonna do for attack, except Naiba, who caught Bonnie.
I used their
Alright.
first action to catch Bonnie and their second action to beat her.
Okay, see. Busy.
Alright.
Sin is the only one who was smart enough. That one. That's also Sin is also the one who's got Samar's attention.
So, and I'm assuming again, just to be sure that currently Samar is not within close proximity to anyone.
The only person he's close to currently is Doru, Mob, who's currently being held by like a ragdoll by his neck and wrist, and Beatrice, who's getting closer, and Faraji, who's also getting closer.
All right. So, who's next? Kevin is going to open up with a burst.
Just calculate all your
Fiona.
damages and give them to me, because I'm gonna
Yeah.
stack these all because you're all trying to do them. We're just assuming you're all attacking on one turn to try and do as much damage as possible.
Yeah.
So, total damage there. Let's make sure I'm doing this right. Should be
10.
all right. Kevin takes a shot with his JHPs because that's all he's thought to keep on him aside from the explosive ones. Of
Alright, so
67,566, and that's a six
It's
shot.
how much?
67,566.
Okay. Is that the total calculated damage that he got, or is that per one?
That's a 6 times burst.
Okay. Is that each
So that's
shot?
the total damage. That's the total
Oh, okay.
damage.
Okay.
Make sure I did that right. I'm pretty sure I did.
Fion's attack total, all the skills and everything, is going to equal up to 6,870.
alright, so Beatrice, she's using her lacerate on him. and attacking with her High Ken and Big Ken for a grand total of 29,474. And of course, a small amount of fire.
I'm aware. Don't worry, I got you.
I
All right.
somehow managed to forget to do strength. That's the double of that. Hold on.
Also, if he does attack Doru, the damage back from the magic spell would be 8750. That's if he attacked her.
Nah, don't worry. He's just blocking her attack with mob. That's fine. Sin is good. Sin's good. Right, 'cause he's got it. Alright, this also lets me test a rule. So, if you're flanking on an attack, this is specifically so you guys can fight in a party and they'll actually use your brains while you're positioning, you can do 50% more damage. I've already calculated that. Just keep that in mind. I calculated myself because I didn't tell you when this started, but I just want to let you know that this is also a way that's a perfect, great, awesome way for me to test ideas I'm having with how I could make the combat more fun and very interesting, and how you can stand a chance against somebody like this, sir. You know, your arch nemesis that you've only fought once, but you all somehow hate.
They stole
Oh, they
Kevin's
beat
ice
us.
cream.
They beat us all up once. Now I hate their guts because I lost to them. Okay, that seems very petty, but I'll allow it. But yeah, flanking attacks generate 50% more damage. Backstabs is 200% more, but they have to be completely unaware of you. You can't just, I walked around behind, stab.
This is in Dark Souls.
As much as we want it to be. Alright. It's Kevin. This is Sin for 1,202. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Noro, also hitting pretty hard. 116.63. Okay. 116.63. 6. Y'all managed to do decent damage to Samar.
Yeah.
Enough. It elicits no response from him, though. I mean, really, he takes the hits, all of your damage, and it's kind of disheartening to watch a high-level opponent like him take even like a cannon round that just kind of shatters on him in a fuck you display of level disparity. I mean, he takes it. It doesn't stagger him too much, though. Mob does let out a pain scream from getting a fucking stick in the back, and Samara lets him go sailing with that momentum from Doru, and his response is literally a kick. All right. I just love the concept that we're just going to transition into the auto dice here, basically. But just the last thing Doru sees coming is a fucking foot for a chest.
Well, that one's gonna
Well,
hurt.
It's going to hurt really bad.
this is what Fionn was afraid of.
All right. So Samar does punish every mistake you make. When you leave him an opening, he takes it. When you recklessly attack, he makes you hurt each other. Anytime he has one of you grappled, and he does do it to every single one of you at some
Oh no.
slice up each other, or smash or burn or shock, because he accepts the damage and spreads it directly to them by putting them in the line of fire too.
Wait, so who hurt Naibai?
Technically that was Noro.
How rude.
So how
Now, to be clear, he doesn't let you take the 100% brunt of the attack. Samar isn't a heartless dick. He can, you can, with his battle sense, he can very much gauge what's going to hurt a significant amount, and he lets a majority of it hit some part of him before transitioning you directly into the remainder of the attack.
Mm.
That's something that is you can only do that if you're the right class, which none of you are, or you're in a tutoring scenario like this where the world will allow you to absorb a majority damage. It has to teach the nooblets. You last about 6 minutes though.
Longer than I expected.
Hey, that's not bad considering a round's like 6 seconds.
But he did wear you all out, and by the end of it, he doesn't really look worse for wear.
Was
I mean,
anyone
granted, he's got-
expecting him to?
I mean, he's got wounds, he's got gashes and burns, but the fact that you're watching him casually pull arrows out of his chest is just kind of disheartening. He's got bits of brass in his skin that he's just calmly prying out. John found out that he can combine his arrow that goes fast with Sen's ice, and it makes one hell of a scary ice lance. It was the only thing that actually made Samar avoid taking the hit because he recognized the damage it could do.
Ooh, nice.
You all managed to successfully perform a raid chain, except for Fionn, who used all of his skills.
Oh,
And you realize that's really high damage, but that's where he ended the fight. With a stomp that literally sent you all into the air.
Hey,
And
no.
everyone ended up on their asses.
No moving the whole planet. That's not fair.
he just stomped so hard he slightly moved the earth.
It was terrifying to watch.
My energy gone. It's gone. Oh, great. Now I'm disconnected entirely.
Times and then slammed her to
you,
the
Internet.
ground with a punch.
Oh, I'm back.
Because that's one of his attacks. That's one of his skills. It's literally a 7-hit combo. It's 1 to go up, 5 to the stomach, and then 1 to go down.
Oof.
But does he have a
Talk about
10-move combo he can mash A to perform?
You have no. Samar has a lot of combos.
Do not mess with the angry bunny.
Let's see. Fucking Fionn was put out of combat with a headbutt where he literally punished him for relying on his bow too much, got in close, grabbed him by the back of the head, and headbutted him unconscious. 1 go.
Oh.
Dude.
Kevin went to barrel stuff Samar, got a burst off at point blank range, then had his gun lance taken from him, and promptly put underneath his chin.
Oh. Good.
Noro did try to fight him as a very physically strong creature, which is literally an Ursidus, which is basically a bear monster. And Samar managed to physically overpower this monstrosity form of Noros that weighs like this. It weighs more than most cars, for Christ's sake.
So it weighs a good ton or two.
In that form, in the Ursidus form, Noro weighs about 3,800 pounds.
Oh,
And he
That's
managed to
heavy
overpower
boy.
him, pick him up, and fucking slam him onto the ground like a mattress.
This wasn't fighting. This was just a beating.
That was the teaching. And then it was obvious when it was time for the teaching to be done, when you had nothing left to show him for the day. And he just very calmly sits down and starts stitching his own wounds close.
Well, Naibai is gonna help.
Poor Shizuna. Fucking her and Faraji got shut down simultaneously when he gripped the both of them by their tails and slammed them into each other like fucking towels.
Oh,
Poor foxholes.
Fucking Shizuna just... Is it wrong that that snipe turned me on? Nah, that was pretty sexy.
Theon's just kind of rubbing his head.
I imagine Beatrice got thrown once or twice, or maybe several times.
He could tell to avoid the stomach region on Doru and Beatrice. That man has great instinct. Or that rabbit.
When
Yeah,
Naibai finally brings you out of your unconscious state, she's going to... Oh, finally awake.
Shut.
no.
Oh, what happened?
Got knocked out.
The thing I remember seeing was a very strong, angry bunny coming face first at me.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Yeah.
remember flying face first into her. I remember flying face first into him.
We're knocked out for a good... You know, thinking maybe I should take care of that, but we were still fighting.
Theon's just gonna kind of sit up slowly. Oh.
I mean, between Faraji, Mob, and Beatrice, you did put a 9 and
Guess I'll find out later.
You, Kitty made a stinky.
Kitty busted a grumpy.
Shut. So I just rolled a custom D50 on my app here, and it was under 25, which means Kevin has a cracked jaw.
Why a D50?
I like the idea of 50.
Make sure you go to the infirmary. Not all of you can naturally recover. Not like I can.
Naibai will beat their fist against their chest once. I'm infirmary.
Shizuna is also a healing mage. She just lied there with her whole ass hand just on Faraji's face. You feeling better? Oh yeah. Oh, super good. Thank you.
Kevin would give a courteous bow towards the battle bun. He ain't saying shit.
I missed a little bit there because I had to leave the room to cover up the kitty's stinky. So
It's okay. Oh, but man, think about it. That was with no armor and no weapons and reduction pads on his fist.
Yeah, he could have killed all of us.
Sumo.
I mean,
Pleasure.
as long as we learn something from it.
You did. You learned how to combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll know how to combo skills together to make insanely weird and crazy variants of the same skills that do both of your
Tremendously more
damage put together. Plus, they can still crit like a lot of random shit. Random scumbag crits exist in this world.
Fucking TF2.
Not the lasers.
Fire!
Say
Fire!
that-
Fire!
Stonks. I like how a stonk is literally is an artillery barrage. It is a military
is.
term.
Release the stonks.
I'm just saying, if you told me that fire stonks, I'd believe it. Uh, yeah, no, my bundle of blankets that's egregiously bound is egregiously bound and hard to unfold. No,
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
no, no raggies, just me. I'm naked. Anyways, if you wouldn't have whooped, well, actually, no, I've just rolled die. Then, like, most of these NPCs are fucking degenerates.
And
Why
it
did
is
book that?
9 o'clock, and I have to go to work tomorrow, which is bullshit.
Don't worry, I'll be there with you.
You gotta beat it up, and you can go take your
gotta-
sweet ass time getting better until you leave.
6
Hey, look!
hours, yeah.
Oh no, yeah, just 6 hours to recover. Except Mob and Faramia, who were doing their own thing. No, that's not true. Mob was there temporarily.
Mob was there getting stabbed.
He was getting stabbed and punched and beaten.